Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Estella Warren. From Olympic hopeful to Hollywood star, Estella Dawn Warren is a Canadian actress, model, and former synchronized swimmer whose career reflects a rare blend of athletic discipline, fashion world allure, and cinematic ambition. Rising from elite sports into international modeling and then mainstream film, Warren's journey is one of reinvention and resilience. Early life and athletic beginnings. Born on December 23, 1978, in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Estella Warren showed exceptional promise as a synchronized swimmer from a young age. Her dedication paid off when she became a three-time Canadian national champion and represented Canada at major international competitions, including the World Aquatics Championships. At one point, she was considered a strong contender for the Canadian Olympic team, an achievement that underscored her focus, strength, and grace. Transition to modeling. Warren's striking looks and athletic poise soon attracted attention beyond the pool. She transitioned into modeling in the late 1990s, quickly gaining prominence after appearing in high-profile campaigns for major fashion and beauty brands. Her work included runway appearances and editorial spreads, establishing her as one of the era's most recognizable Canadian models. Modeling opened the door to international visibility and set the stage for her next career move. Breakthrough in film and television. Capitalizing on her growing fame, Estella Warren entered the film industry in the early 2000s. She made her film debut in The Limey, 1999. Directed by Steven Soderbergh, and soon followed with roles in commercially successful projects. Warren gained widespread recognition for her performance in Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, 2001. Where she played Dana, a role that combined physicality with emotional intensity. She continued to appear in a mix of action, thriller, and drama films, including Driven, 2001, and Kangaroo Jack, 2003. On television, Warren took on guest and recurring roles, demonstrating versatility and a willingness to explore diverse characters across genres. Style, public image, and challenges. Throughout her career, Estella Warren has been known for her bold, confident image, both on screen and in fashion. Her transition from athlete to model to actress made her a symbol of early 2000s pop culture, admired for her beauty and athletic background. Like many public figures, her journey also included personal challenges, which at times overshadowed her professional work. Despite setbacks, Warren's career remains a testament to adaptability and perseverance. Legacy and influence. Estella Warren's story stands out for its uncommon path. Few performers have reached national athletic prominence before moving into modeling and Hollywood acting. Her career illustrates how discipline learned in sports can translate into success in creative industries, and her work continues to be remembered by fans of early 2000s cinema. From synchronized swimming championships to major motion pictures, Estella Warren embodies the idea that talent, when paired with courage to change direction, can lead to an extraordinary and multifaceted career. Estella Warren. Beauty, discipline, and a life beyond the spotlight. Estella Dawn Warren is a Canadian actress, model, and former elite synchronized swimmer whose career spans professional sports, international fashion, and Hollywood cinema. Her path is notable not only for its diversity, but also for the intensity and discipline that defined each phase of her life. Early life and world-class athletic career. Born on December 23, 1978, in Peterborough, Ontario, Estella Warren grew up with a strong passion for water sports. She began synchronized swimming at a young age and quickly demonstrated exceptional talent. Her rigorous training schedule and competitive mindset led her to become a three-time Canadian national champion in synchronized swimming. Warren represented Canada at the World Aquatics Championships, competing at the highest international level. At one stage, she was widely regarded as a potential Olympic athlete, an extraordinary achievement that placed her among Canada's elite sports talents. The physical endurance, focus, and mental resilience developed during this period would later become defining strengths in her modeling and acting careers. Discovery and rise in the modeling world. Estella Warren's transition from sport to fashion happened almost unexpectedly. Her athletic physique, distinctive facial features, and natural confidence caught the attention of industry scouts. In the late 1990s, she entered the modeling world and rapidly rose to prominence. She became the face of major fashion and beauty campaigns, appearing in print advertisements, runway shows, and magazine editorials around the world. Her modeling success gave her global exposure and introduced her to the entertainment industry, where her visual presence and discipline made her a strong candidate for film work. Entry into Hollywood and film success. Warren made her film debut in The Limey, 1999, directed by Steven Soderbergh, a critically acclaimed crime drama. This early role allowed her to work alongside established actors and directors, offering valuable experience at the start of her acting career. Her most recognizable role came in Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, 2001, where she portrayed Dana, a courageous and emotional character that required both physical performance and dramatic depth. The role placed Warren firmly in the Hollywood spotlight and introduced her to a global audience. She followed this success with roles in films such as Driven, 2001, a high-speed motorsport drama, and Kangaroo Jack, 2003, a family-oriented action comedy that further broadened her appeal. On television, she appeared in a range of series, taking on guest and supporting roles that showcased her versatility across genres. Public image and personal struggles. During the early 2000s, Estella Warren became a familiar face in popular culture, often associated with glamour, athletic beauty, and high-profile projects. However, increased visibility also brought intense media scrutiny. Like many public figures, Warren faced personal and legal challenges that affected her career momentum and public image. Despite these difficulties, her story reflects the complex realities of fame, where success, pressure, and personal struggles often intersect. Her experiences highlight the importance of resilience and self-reflection in navigating life under public attention. Life beyond mainstream fame. In later years, Estella Warren stepped away from the constant spotlight of Hollywood. While her public appearances became less frequent, her earlier work continued to be revisited by fans of early 2000s cinema. She remains remembered for her unique background and the rare journey from elite athlete to fashion icon to film actress. Enduring legacy. Estella Warren's career is defined by transformation. From national sports champion to international model and Hollywood actress, her life illustrates how discipline and adaptability can open doors across vastly different worlds. Though her time at the center of mainstream fame was relatively brief, her impact remains distinct. Her story continues to resonate as an example of ambition, reinvention, and the human complexity behind celebrity success, making Estella Warren a compelling figure in both sports and entertainment history. Estella Warren. From elite athlete to Hollywood icon of the early 2000s, Estella Dawn Warren's life and career reflect an uncommon trajectory, one that bridges world-class athletics, high fashion, and mainstream cinema. Her rise during the late 1990s and early 2000s positioned her as a symbol of beauty shaped by discipline, while her later years reveal the complex realities faced by women navigating fame in highly competitive industries. Foundations of discipline. A champion in the pool before fashion runways and film sets, Estella Warren's world revolved around synchronized swimming. Growing up in Ontario, she dedicated countless hours to training, balancing strength, flexibility, precision, and artistic expression. Her commitment culminated in becoming a three-time Canadian national champion, an achievement that placed her among the top athletes in her field. Competing at the World Aquatics Championships, Warren experienced elite international sport at its highest level. This environment required extraordinary mental focus and emotional control, qualities that later translated seamlessly into modeling and acting. Unlike many performers who discover discipline later in life, Warren's foundation was forged through sport, shaping her professional mindset from an early age. A natural transition into fashion. Estella Warren's entry into modeling was less a calculated career move and more a moment of discovery. Her athletic build, symmetrical features, and commanding presence stood out in an industry increasingly drawn to unconventional beauty. In the late 1990s, she quickly gained recognition, appearing in high-profile fashion campaigns and magazine editorials. Her modeling work emphasized strength as much as elegance, helping redefine the image of the modern fashion model at the time. She embodied a balance between athleticism and glamour, contributing to a broader cultural shift that celebrated fitness and confidence alongside traditional beauty standards. Hollywood ambitions and acting evolution. Warren's modeling success naturally led to opportunities in film. Her debut in The Limey, 1999, placed her in a serious director-driven project, allowing her to learn the craft in a demanding creative environment. Rather than being limited to decorative roles, she sought characters that required physical engagement and emotional presence. Her breakout role in Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, 2001, remains the defining chapter of her acting career. Portraying Dana, Warren delivered a performance that relied heavily on movement, expression, and physical storytelling, elements deeply connected to her athletic background. The film's scale and global reach elevated her profile overnight, situating her firmly within Hollywood's mainstream. Subsequent projects such as Driven, 2001, and Kangaroo Jack, 2003, showcased her range, from action-driven narratives to lighter commercial entertainment. While critics sometimes debated the depth of these films, Warren's on-screen presence consistently stood out, particularly in roles requiring physical confidence and visual impact. Fame, media pressure, and personal challenges. The early 2000s marked a period when celebrity culture intensified, often blurring the line between personal life and professional identity. Estella Warren, like many actresses of her generation, faced heightened scrutiny as tabloids and entertainment media expanded their reach. Personal and legal challenges during this time affected her career trajectory, demonstrating how quickly momentum can shift in Hollywood. These moments, while difficult, reflect broader systemic pressures faced by women in entertainment, where public perception can become as influential as talent itself. Stepping away from the spotlight as mainstream roles became less frequent, Warren gradually withdrew from constant public exposure. This transition did not erase her contributions but instead reframed them. Her earlier work remains associated with a specific cinematic era, one defined by bold visuals, high-concept storytelling, and the rise of global blockbusters. Rather than continuing to pursue relentless visibility, Warren's quieter presence in later years suggests a deliberate choice to redefine success beyond fame alone. Cultural impact and lasting recognition. Estella Warren occupies a unique space in pop culture history. She is remembered not only for her films and modeling campaigns, but also for her rare journey from elite athletics to international stardom. Her career highlights how physical discipline, adaptability, and ambition can open doors across vastly different worlds. For many fans, she remains an emblem of early 2000s cinema, a time when Hollywood sought fresh faces capable of blending beauty, strength, and movement. Her story continues to resonate as both an inspiration and a cautionary tale about the costs of fame. A story of reinvention. Ultimately, Estella Warren's life reflects reinvention at every stage. Athlete, model, actress, each chapter required courage to step into the unknown. While her time at the center of Hollywood was relatively brief, her path remains compelling precisely because it was unconventional. Her legacy endures as a reminder that success is rarely linear, and that resilience, discipline, and self-awareness are as important as talent in shaping a meaningful career. Estella Warren, athletic precision, Hollywood promise, and the complex reality of fame. Estella Dawn Warren stands as one of the most intriguing figures to emerge at the intersection of elite sports, fashion, and early 2000s Hollywood. Her career, while not traditionally long-lasting by industry standards, remains memorable because of its rarity and intensity. Few individuals have transitioned so seamlessly from international athletic competition to high-fashion modeling and then into major studio films. An upbringing defined by structure and excellence. Born on December 23, 1978, in Peterborough, Ontario, Estella Warren was raised in an environment that emphasized discipline and commitment. From a young age, she displayed extraordinary physical coordination and focus, traits that would become central to her identity. Synchronized swimming, a sport demanding absolute precision, endurance, and artistry, became her defining pursuit during her formative years. Training often required long hours in the pool, repetitive routines, and intense mental conditioning. Warren's ability to master these demands led her to the highest levels of the sport. As a three-time Canadian national champion, she distinguished herself among Canada's elite athletes, earning respect not just for her physical abilities but for her mental resilience. Her participation in the World Aquatics Championships placed her on the global stage and introduced her to the pressures of international competition, pressure that later mirrored the scrutiny of public life and entertainment. At one point, Warren was considered a strong Olympic hopeful, an achievement that alone could have defined an entire career. A career shift that defied expectations. Despite her success in synchronized swimming, Warren made a bold decision to step away from competitive athletics. This pivot marked the first major reinvention of her life. Her striking appearance, combined with the poise and confidence developed through sport, made her a natural fit for the modeling world. The fashion industry quickly embraced her. In the late 1990s, Estella Warren emerged as a sought-after model, appearing in major advertising campaigns and editorial features. Unlike many models of the time, she projected strength rather than fragility, helping redefine modern beauty ideals. Her athletic background lent her an unmistakable presence that set her apart on runways and in photographs. Modeling introduced her to a global audience and, more importantly, to the entertainment industry's gatekeepers. Hollywood soon took notice. Entering film, learning in the spotlight. Warren's transition into acting was gradual but purposeful. Her debut in The Limey, 1999, directed by Steven Soderbergh, placed her in a critically respected project rather than a purely commercial one. This early exposure.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.